this world, there are 5 islands arranged in a cross shape collectively called Entesla. The people who live there are all terrified of the demon king Satan, who resides in a demon castle on the central island. Satan is malicious and has one goal: to destroy humanity and create a world solely for demons. He is supported by 4 trusted generals: Ader, Melek, Lucifer, Alcial, and Malakota. Following Satan's command, these generals attack all 4 islands, brutally defeating the humans. However, a hero appears and defeats Lucifer's army with a single strike. The human army then retakes 2 more islands by defeating Ader, Melek, and Malakota's forces. The hero and the human army then launch an assault on the central island where Satan's castle stands. A fierce battle ensues between the hero and Satan. Although Satan is at a disadvantage due to the hero's comrades, he manages to knock off a piece of the hero's armor. Alcial, enraged, attacks the hero and his comrades to buy some time. He then informs Satan that the humans are launching a full assault and the castle may soon collapse. It would be wise to retreat for now. Suddenly, the hero attacks Satan, but Satan manages to escape the castle. He tells the humans that he is retreating for now but will return soon to conquer Entesla. Satan creates a portal and he and Alcial enter it. The humans, seeing their enemies flee, celebrate their victory. Satan and Alcial arrive in another world. Alcial asks Satan about his physical condition, and Satan replies that they need a place to heal. As they explore, Alcial is stunned to see Satan, and Satan is shocked when he notices his hand has turned into that of a human boy. 2 policemen approach them, curious about their strange outfits, and ask if they are cosplaying. However, Alcial doesn't understand their language and becomes angry, demanding that they speak with respect. The police taunt them and insist they speak Japanese. Alcial, confused as to why he can't understand the language after using magic, grows frustrated. Satan warns him not to use magic until they fully understand this world. Still, visibly injured from their previous battle, a police officer steps forward to offer help, but Alcial angrily backs away, telling the officer not to touch him, calling him a filthy human. He attempts to cast a destructive spell, but to his disappointment, it has no effect. The police officers load them into a car and take them to the station for interrogation. Satan and Alcial are placed in separate rooms. Satan scans the food with his magic to check if it is poisonous. He then hypnotizes the officer to extract all the information about this world. After gathering the details, he goes to Alcial's room and finds him enjoying his food. Meanwhile, the police officer questions Alcial about how he got there, but Satan quickly hypnotizes him as well. He then tells Alcial that he has learned everything about this world. They are on a planet called Earth in a country named Japan, and this place is a police station. In this world, demons, magic, and monsters are considered mere fantasy. Upon hearing this, Lucille is shocked and asks, "No magic in this world?" As they walk through the streets at night, Satan tells Alcial that he can sense some magic in this world, but the amount is too low to absorb and transform back into their demon forms. They can only use the magic stored within them, so they must conserve it wisely. He then asks Alcial to try using any magic he can. Alcial raises his hand and strikes a pose to cast a spell, but nothing happens. Instead, a taxi stops in front of them, and moments later they find themselves dumped under a bridge beside a pile of trash. Satan then tells Alcial that since magic exists in this world, there must be a strong source of it somewhere. They just need to find it to regain their full power. Until then, they must adapt and survive in this world. The next morning, they begin their new life in this world. They visit a government office to obtain resident cards, with Satan hypnotizing an employee to complete the process. Next, they go to a bank to open an account and later visit a rental service to find a place to live. The rental service shows them a 6-room apartment, and they mistakenly believe the entire apartment is for them. However, they soon realize they are only getting a single room. That night, while discussing their plans for the next day, Satan suddenly loses consciousness. The next scene shows them in a hospital. Satan blacked out because he hadn't eaten for 2 days. After being discharged, they return home and begin filling out job applications. In this world, Satan is now known as Mao Sadao and Alcial as Shiro Ashia. Time passes, and it seems they have adapted to this world. Satan lies on the floor reading manga while Alcial washes dishes, advising Satan to spend money wisely. Satan replies that he has done exactly that. He bought a freezer because it would be useful during the hot summer. Alcial argues that he could have bought it in installments, but Satan dislikes the hidden charges that come with them. Alcial then reveals the freezer, exposing the reality they have no food. Satan ignores his concerns, which makes Alcial angry. Realizing their situation, Satan suddenly gets up and rushes out of the room, saying he has to go to work. He arrives at a road crossing in the rain where he sees a girl. Noticing her situation, he hands her his umbrella and tells her she can return it later since he works at the nearby Mag Ronald. Without waiting for a reply, he rides away on his bicycle. Satan works part-time at Mag Ronald, believing that if he wants to become the Demon King again and conquer this world, he must start somewhere. His colleague has no idea what he's thinking but is happy for him. Meanwhile, Alciel visits a library to research magic in this world. They have a deal. Satan, now known as Sadao, will work to earn money while Alciel will study magic and find a way for them to regain their power. Later, Sadao and his colleague Chiho Sasaki are resting at a table. Chiho looks sad and Sadao reassures her that it's okay to make mistakes. However, Chiho, feeling disappointed, admits that she often drops fries on the floor and has to clean them up afterward. She jokes that if this keeps happening, potatoes might start sprouting there. After sharing a laugh, they return to work. Their restaurant is packed with customers, and while frying potatoes, Sadao notices that they aren't cooking properly. He quickly realizes the fryer is broken. Feeling anxious and uncertain, he considers using his magic but remembers Alciel's advice to save it for emergencies. Later, Sadao and his colleague sit in the break room and he looks completely discouraged. His colleague reassures him that it's not his fault the fryer broke and that it will be repaired soon. Everything will return to normal. The manager calls Sadao to the office. Filled with fear, he worries that he might be getting fired. However, to his surprise, the manager assures him that she is actually promoting him to an A-class staff member. Overjoyed, Sadao happily rides his bicycle home. At the same road crossing, he once again encounters the girl from before. She tells him that she visited the Mag Ronald where he works. Sadao, surprised, asks why she didn't call for him, but she ignores his question and instead says, "I know you were about to use magic on the fryer." Then she stares at him and asks, "What are you doing here, Demon Lord Satan?" Sadao is completely stunned but quickly realizes the truth. This girl is actually Hero Amelia. After Satan escaped through the portal, the hero revealed herself as a girl. She swore an oath to follow Satan wherever he went and to eliminate him once and for all. Amelia demands to know why Satan is working at Mag Ronald, but Sadao turns the question back at her, asking what she is doing here. She reveals that she followed him through the portal and is now here to fulfill her oath by finishing him. She then pulls out a small knife and Sadao smirks. "Isn't that a cheap knife from the market? What happened to your holy sword? Did you lose your magical abilities?" he taunts. Amelia glares at him. "How pathetic. The mighty Demon King is working part-time at a restaurant. I don't need a holy sword to finish you." Without hesitation, she lunges at him. At home, Alciel grows worried as Satan is late. Meanwhile, Satan and Amelia have actually ended up at a police station. The officers question them about their scuffle in the middle of the road. Amelia, still frustrated, tells them, "It's because of Sadao. I need to finish him." The officer sighs and says, "Look, I don't know what happened between you and your boyfriend, but fighting in the middle of the road is illegal." Hearing that, Amelia furiously denies it, snapping, "There is no way he's my boyfriend." The officer shrugs and replies, "Whatever the case, settle your feud at home. Just don't cause trouble in public." Later, Mao and Amelia leave the police station and walk down the street. Amelia glares at him and threatens, "You won't last long. I've noted your home address." Mao sighs, realizing that she's going to be a huge pain. Still, he casually asks, "By the way, can you return my umbrella?" Amelia scoffs, "Did you really think I kept your filthy umbrella? I threw it in the garbage." She then smirks and warns him, "You better stay alert, Demon King. I'll be your worst nightmare." The next morning, it is revealed that Hero Amelia is working at a call center in this world. During a break, her friend Rika invites her to check out a newly opened restaurant, but Amelia refuses, saying, "Newly opened restaurants are always too crowded." Rika then suggests Mag Ronald, but Amelia immediately rejects the idea, saying, "Anywhere but Mag Ronald." They both return to work. After finishing her shift, Amelia buys some food on her way home. She prepares her meal and starts eating, but suddenly frustration takes over. She clenches her fists in anger, thinking she is wasting time in this world. She regrets not eliminating Satan the moment she saw him, as he deserves it. Meanwhile, at Mao's home, Mao and Alciel are having dinner when suddenly the doorbell rings. Alciel grumbles, "Who would come begging at this hour?" But a voice from the other side shouts, "You filthy devils, I am your doom, Hero Amelia." Hearing that, Alciel panics and locks the door immediately. Amelia bangs on the door. "Open up and prepare for your fate." Alciel, trembling, turns to Mao. "Satan, Hero Amelia is here. What should we do?" But Mao remains completely calm, casually saying, "Not a big deal. Just finish your dinner." Alciel is shocked. "How can you be so casual? It's hero Amelia. Mao calmly explains, I met her yesterday. She can't use her magic just like us. As they talk, Amelia suddenly starts crying outside. Mao sighs and finally tells Alciel, just let her in. After entering, Amelia glares at Mao, who asks, did you come to this world alone? She replies, yes, but one of my comrades, Alba, was supposed to come with me. However, the portal shrank and only I managed to make it through.